What's the legal logic for Donald Trump to testify here?
There is no valid legal strategy because there's not much he could testify to. He can't say, I don't know her. He can't call her a liar. He's already been found liable for defamation. He can't say he didn't sexually assault her. That's already been established. The only issue is how much money, if any, will Miss Carroll be awarded by this jury for her reputation, because she was humiliated, and for punitive. So this can only be Donald Trump's way of using it as part of his campaign.
But if there are parameters set up, for the courtroom, and I guess the judge would have to step in if he kind of crosses those parameters. But what are those parameters? And then if he can't talk about any of the things you're saying, what can he? And I'm just thinking legally, in a normal, quote unquote, trial like this, what would someone like that be able to talk about?
He would, which he's not going to do. He could say, he could apologize. He could say that her reputation wasn't as damaged as she said it was, but how would he even know that? I mean, it would just be him saying, her witnesses are wrong. What if expected that he does testify, again, it would be for the campaign. He's fighting with the judge. The judge is telling him to stop and he refuses to stop. So he's in legal jeopardy because you intentionally disobey an order of a court. That's contempt. I don't think.
And what could happen there?
I don't think this judge will hold him in contempt. It will sort of be a series of, particularly if his lawyers ask a question that's objectionable, sustain, don't answer it. He answers it. Don't do that again. A jury might be excused from the room. You have to stay on track, Mr. Trump. If you do it again, I'm going to strike your testimony. He does it again. The testimony is strike. Okay, third time. Okay, you're done. You're off the stand. Go. So I don't think this judge will let it get to, okay, now you're in contempt. But that, in Donald Trump's head, is probably good for him. It's not televised, so he will be able to come out and describe it in his own way about what happened. So he probably feels that's a good thing, to fight with the judge.
While he was actually in the courtroom, Trump sent out a post on his social media site talking about how all presidents must have all full, complete immunity. What do you make of this? This is actually during the same time period he's actually in the courtroom.
That's still his public, because we still have not. Speaking of a court case, we have not heard from the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals on their decision. So this is his, I believe, public relations campaign to plant in people's head, probably his followers, that even if you, as his lawyers almost refuse to concede, if a president tries to assassinate a rival, you can't be criminally prosecuted for that. So this is Donald Trump's way of saying, those judges in D.C. are not going to be swayed by this. Before the issue has been decided by the court, he's out there saying, they're going to be wrong, basically, if they say I don't have immunity. That's just his public relations.